Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another game of Bob League here in the Dynamo Bob League. Now, today here in the Slaughterhouse Stadium, we have two very, I guess you could say, not quite as good teams as we have seen before. However, these two teams do have a lot to prove and the rest of the season to prove it. Now, currently we have the Flagrant Foul playing at the Piggy and Pink. Now, Coach Glimbo is the current coach of the Flagrant Foul, and this is only his second game. Technically, he took the spot in at week 2, and we saw a relatively good performance in week 2. However, not quite what I think Flagrant Foul fans were hoping for after how week 1 went. But then we have the Piggy and Pink, who did a very good job in week 2, coming back from a not so great loss in week 1. And now they are hoping to rise on the leaderboard. Now, their coach is Coach Liam, who I guess just isn't in the game. So that's nice, but I'm sure he'll be back in a minute here. Yeah, there he is. And he has decided to join the Flagrant Foul there. Okay. What? There we go. Alright, well, I think we are ready, and here we go. Now, these two teams are pretty good. It's just that they are not quite as good as the other teams. However, I'm really excited to see how the Flagrant Foul do, because now they're facing a bit more of an even opponent. Now we have two arrows, the small arrow and the large arrow. And both teams collide with the ball, but it barely moves past center field. But it does give, I would say, a much better position for the Piggy and Pink. Piggy and Pink are trying to line themselves up with the ball. We'll see what happens there. That one hit, it stopped. And it heads back into the Piggy and Pink zone. The Piggies are trying to hit this ball and to get that ball to ricochet off the top wall and then back towards center field. We'll see if that does work out. It might not. And it doesn't really go towards center field, but it gets it, I think, away from where the Piggy and Pink wanted it to be. Now, currently, the Flagrant Foul have a swap goals power-up, which, unfortunately, they're not in the position to use right now. But if the Piggy and Pink... What? You know, this is an interesting strategy. This is an interesting strategy from the Flagrant Foul. I don't know if that was intentional. But I guess what I was kind of thinking is maybe they wanted, Coach Glimbo wanted to try to make all the Piggy and Pink players trying to head it into their own net, that when the Flagrant Foul players were able to hit it, they caused momentum to go forward, which, I mean, it did. That did work. A little bit of a play there. That one hits into the Flagrant Foul zone. However, the Flagrant Foul are not in the position they want to be. Coach Liam makes an odd choice by ghosting the foul player, forgetting the fact that the foul player can still hit the ball even when he's ghosted. It's just he moves through different players. Maybe a little bit of confusion there. It's going! Does it go in? No! It just barely stays out of the net. Oh, so close. Even if it had the momentum, that was not going to go in just because of the angle. But in the first 7 turns, nobody scored. It's a little bit odd, but it's still been a exciting game. And the Foul take advantage of the situation. It's in the net. I thought that one wasn't going to count there, but it absolutely does. And Coach Glimbo has started the game off the way he probably wanted it to, with an easy first goal that just barely glides in. But here we go. Box formation and a small arrow. Box formation is the kind of nowadays probably the best option that there is with how the game's being played in the Dynamo Bob League as the defensive play. The small arrow position is not really great in this situation here. It works relatively well, however, It doesn't have the momentum that the Piggies needed it to. And Coach Liam probably was trying to attempt, but Coach Liam puts down Sticky Goo. Oh, dude. Okay, my question is, why are the flagrant foul having 2 players on the power box? It's a little bit of an interesting strategy. I was very worried for the foul there because that ball could have very well crossed the goal line if the Piggies tried to go for it. Which they did. They did try to, and it did not work out. Well. This is really interesting because now both teams are kind of rushing for the ball here. Piggy and Pink obviously want to get this away from their own net, but the foul, their angle just wasn't good. And it still isn't good. Can they improve it? We'll see here, but they're under fire. They're not bringing the players that they need in to where they need to get them. Piggy and Pink, I guess, I mean, they were lined up perfectly, and now they're trying to do this, and this is something we don't see a lot of people doing. A lot of situations like this nowadays. Oh, whoa. That could have gone in, but I was going to say, usually, that almost went in. Usually what people do is they try to sideswipe the ball so that they can just kind of glide it in. But no, Piggy and Pink wanted to hit it off the wall, but because of that power-up, the flagrant foul are able to keep this one out. I don't know why they are doing that with all the momentum if they're going to try to get in front of the ball, but just going into the net? Very odd strategy that I don't quite understand, but not that big of a deal. Because the foul don't really have any threat of a problematic situation here, because with that ramp, that ramp might have actually, wow, the angle's wrong. I was gonna say that maybe that ramp might go onto that ramp, but I think the angle was probably not going to allow that to happen. But we'll see. The flagrant foul are definitely trying to take a very conservative approach here. Ooh, they're bringing in 2 of their players back there. I really like that move. It doesn't work out, though. Oh, and the Piggy and Pink, Coach Liam, has a swap goal here. I'm really interested to see if he uses it. I mean, obviously not in this play, but at some point he might try to. And another stalemate play that turns out to be a complete waste of a turn for both sides. Piggy and Pink are hesitating what to do here. I think the foul really need to bring another player in to help hit this ball, but it's fine. It goes in that direction, but the foul probably should not have done that. Because now, the ball is perfectly angled to go in, except Piggy and Pink don't have a player where they need it to. And they're only using 1 player to try to hit this ball who's at a really wonky angle. See what happens here. The Piggy and Pink are just trying to get out of the way again. But it looks like they're going to try to hit it. Oh my goodness, what are the flagrant foul doing? Oh, I don't understand that. And a really odd move from the Piggy and Pink. Using that now? Are they aware that they don't have anywhere near enough momentum to do what they're trying to do right now? I don't think they are. But we'll see how it goes. Hits off. And it goes quite about how I expected it to. It just kind of stays in center field. Very well probably could have had at least some sort of momentum to get into a better angle, but not enough to really make much of a situation that helps. Piggy and Pink are just going to try to go through this sticky goo. They take a light tap onto the ball. They are lined up to make this shot. Doesn't mean the flagrant foul are not prepared to stop this. They're already ready, but they're only using one defender who is absolutely in no way going to be stopping this. But I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, but I think Piggy and Pink are about to score here. And there you go! The Piggy and Pink have scored! Their first goal of the game, 22 turns in. This is going to be a long game. Which is not what the flagrant foul want. If the flagrant foul want a chance to get out of the bottom of the pack this week, they need to keep this game short and sweet. Piggy and Pink going into this face-off, not only tying this game up, but with an arrow power-up. Do they use it on the face-off? Doesn't look like they do. I'm not a huge fan of what the Foul are doing right now. They ghost themselves, but why are you doing that? It's such small power that absolutely could have gone in if it had the momentum. I don't know. I don't have any idea why he did that. And Coach Liam with another kind of bad play, he gets rid of his arrow power up. Again, a possible blunder there. That could have absolutely been very helpful. Big bumpers. Using it in this situation was good. I think he should have already used his arrow by now, but he did at least figure out that he should have made it here. However, I'm not 100% sure that this is not getting blocked. It very well might. It does kind of get blocked. Bounces off the side wall and heads just barely into the foul zone, who are lined up to hit this ball. However, the shot might be blocked. The angle is very wonky again, which is probably saying that they're going to be hitting this ball off of that top wall up there. Ooh, some sticky goo. We'll see how that turns out. That ball, had the angle been different, very well could have gone in again. A lot of blunders coming from the flagrant foul. Wow. Very unfortunate for them. Man, I mean, with how many plays they could have scored by now, it probably would be a winning game by now. Flagrant foul would have won, but nope. They just haven't gotten what they've needed to do. They don't even hit the ball because the angle is absolutely just wrong. Definitely something both teams are going to need to be working on, but definitely the flagrant foul. Flagrant foul need to block this attempt by using a proper blocking strategy. But honestly, even with the one player, I think you might as well just have to accept defeat on this one. All three players in the net area. Oh, he gets very lucky. That does not really go with the momentum that it probably might have if the Piggy and Pink were a little bit less contested with the blocking. And another very, very bad placement. What is that? It works, but I think they meant to do something else with that would have been a lot better. In fact, that air strategy would have come in handy right about now, but, I mean, I don't really know what to say here. I'm a little bit disappointed with how the Foul were doing. I was kind of hoping that they could put up a really good fight this week. But this game is a little bit one-sided. A little bit wonky for the Foul, which is okay. I mean, there's a lot of room for all 8 teams to get better, and just so happens to be that some of them are a little bit behind. Coach Limbo is a newer coach. So, kind of have to give him the benefit of the doubt there. Ooh, the big head. That is another example of where Pig and Pink also need to improve, because what? Like, I don't understand the usage of that, but I guess it is what it is. Ooh. Oh, that's not going to turn out well for the Foul, I don't think. They're actually possibly going to be able to block this, though. There's too much congestion, and their blocking is good, and it does work! There you go! The Foul are starting to show some signs of life, and they move the ball as well. However, they could probably get something good coming from this. Two two piggy players in the back. Both of them are lined up to do very little. The blocking from the foul isn't best, but it looks alright. Let's see how this turns out. Hits off. Yeah, it doesn't really have the momentum, which I guess maybe if the angle was a little bit better, it could have done something, but I think that is still a very good position for the flagrant foul. They have multiple players trying to hit this ball right now. I recommend moving that front player a little bit further high. And it works, though! It doesn't matter how they make their angle. It goes in. It's 2-1. There you go. The Foul are back in the game. Again, they need this game to be very short. So that they can have they have less turns so that they will be able to move up if everything goes how they want it to. But let's see what the Piggy and Pink do here. They're kind of lined up, and I don't like this. I don't like the angle at all. Yeah, and it does that. Ooh. One thing I'm also seeing is Coach Liam has a swap goal power-up. Does he use it? He very well might. He very well might. And if he does, it'll be very good. If he gets the chance. Oh, we almost just had a tie game there. Wow. And a tiny block there from the Piggy and Pink's own player stops them from tying the game up. Let's see what the flagrant foul do here. Honestly, if I were that flagrant foul player, if you look at the angles, honestly, I just wouldn't be moving that player. Maybe I'd even move him towards that other player that was behind them. But the Piggy and Pink, they're able to capitalize off the situation, and they very well might have a goal here in a minute. Because Coach Glimbo and the flagrant foul don't have any power-ups to stop this play from going in, and the Piggy and Pink have scored! There you go, Coach Liam ties this game up. This has been an exciting game. I'm really glad to see that this has been a close game, because that shows that these two teams, they're good. They just need to kind of surpass each other, and I guess for the other teams that's probably a better thing, but also puts up a pretty good show for us, so that's always a nice thing. Big head positioning was really not great from the Piggy and Pink there. That one foul player, oh my, we might need to get him checked after that game. Oh my goodness, I hope he's okay. He probably is not doing well after that. Might have a concussion, broken rib or two. Let's hope everything's fine with him, but he's gonna keep on playing. Piggy and Pink, and they really could be in a much better position than this. However, it seems like they're on the start of something that might go well. And the flagrant foul ghosted one of their players to try to make this play, a good play happen. And it does! That's the game! The flagrant foul have finally got their first win of the season. Good for them, and they have done it in incredible fashion. Man, what a close game that was. Great job from both coaches, and I'm excited to see where this game goes next. But, yeah. We are going to be heading over to the little area. Hold up. Interviews and fan